Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm doing a story time today about jealous friends or family or both. Jealousy is a dangerous thing. Jealousy is a disease. Um, it's really sad, but in this life we live in, there's going to be people jealous. Jealous of you or jealous of someone you know. Everybody's going to encounter some type of jealousy within their life. Um, and then sometimes it's like you could be the last to know because you least expect someone that you consider a friend or even a family member to be jealous of you. So like it can like really uh, hurt. You know what I mean? It could really hurt and surprise you and make you so disappointed because the way you look at that person as a true friend or you look at that family member, you truly love them, their family, So yeah, jealousy is it's really something really hard to deal with. Um, so I'm gonna start what personally happened to me. So I've always been like a car connoisseur. Like I've always loved cars. That's kind of like been a hobby of mine, interest of mine ever since I was a teenager. Um, so I would always um, buy a car or something because it was cute or it was something unique about it. And I also liked them so much that once I became an adult, I always purchased two vehicles. I would have an SUV and truck, one or the other, and a sports car. So I was always like a sports car lover. I would always have both. Of course, since I was always like really independent and like to do a lot of stuff, I wanted an SUV or a truck to be able to haul stuff, like all the different stuff I would get, whether it be workout equipment, tools, stuff like that. I would want to have the SUV or the truck for that purpose. And then, of course, the sports car would be because it was fast. Of course, as I got older, I didn't get sports cars anymore because they were fast. I just got it because I liked the way it looked. But when I was younger, it was because it was fast and the way it looked. So, in this one particular situation that happened to me, so I had just bought this vehicle. Well, no, I didn't just buy it. I probably had like a month. So I decided I wanted to go take it by and let this person or people. It was two different people. I'm not going to say whether it was a friends or family in this instance. Uh, but if they ever come across this video, they're going to know it was them. So these particular individuals, here I'm like excited to take them with me so we can go shopping because they didn't have a vehicle. So I was like, yeah, I can come pick you guys up. We can go shopping and, and go get some nice stuff because there's plenty of room and everything. So I'll be over there to get you guys. So I picked them up and they're like, oh, this is so nice. It's so nice. So they get in the back and we drive and we go shopping. We go to a mall. We go to a plaza. We basically shopped till we dropped. I even took them grocery shopping as well. After we did like the regular retail store shopping, I took them to the grocery store because, like I said, they didn't have a car, so they could be able to get plenty of groceries because there was plenty of room in my vehicle. So the end of the day comes, and I'm like, oh, you had a really good time with you guys. Glad you guys were able to hang out with me and everything and go shopping. So, I give them a hug and say, oh, I'll talk to y'all later. So, after the end of the night, I go home and everything. And I go to the back to get my bags, the stuff that I had shopped and had purchased or whatever. Because I had, when they had got out, I moved them, closer up to me from out the back once they got out. And so I was getting my stuff out the back. And I noticed once I got my stuff out the back, there was this long, I'm talking about long cut in the back of my seat. And the pocket, like, was completely sliced. Like, clean slice. Like razor, box cutter slice. You know how box cutters or razors can like make a clean cut, and it's very noticeable when something is cut with a razor or a box cutter. And I was devastated. I was devastated because these particular people that was in my car, they were known to keep razors on them, box cutters, because they lived in kind of like a rough neighborhood or whatever, and they would keep box cutters or razors for fighting purposes. That was their MO, to protect themselves. And like I said, I've been around them a lot of times, so I knew what they kept on them, and they even bragged about it and talked about it. And besides, they were the only people that ever got in the back of my vehicle because, I was by myself. So no one else ever sat in the back. And I just, got the car. I clean the car all the time. I like to keep my vehicles clean. So I'm going to notice any little thing. So I was just, like I said, I was deeply hurt and disappointed. Because here I try to share a blessing, something God blessed me to be able to get and to be able to afford and get this nice vehicle. And I try to implement them into my world of what I was blessed with, to be able to offer them a ride to go shopping and have a shopping spree day and to get groceries without having to get on the bus or pay somebody to take them or take a cab. I went out of my way to try to bring them into my world and enjoy the fruits of my labor, and then they turn around and did that to me. Cut up my seat with a box cutter razor. I'm talking about slash, like to the point where it slashed the whole seat and slashed the pocket of the back seat. It was just like the audacity. Like I wouldn't know that they did it. Like I wouldn't know. But one thing though, I never did confront them about that. Never did even say anything. Even though I'm a good fighter, I could have whipped both their asses as pissed as I was. Easily. I could have destroyed them. But I took the high road. I didn't even say anything. I just said that karma's going to come back on them. Because they were so riddled with envy and jealousy that they decided they wanted to damage my property, even though I'm taking them to enjoy what I got with me. But they were so stricken with jealousy and envy that they did that to me. I was hurt. I was disappointed. And like I said, I didn't retaliate, never confronted them about it. But they're the ones that's going to have to live with that. And they're the ones that's going to, whenever they see my face or see me, they're the ones that's going to have that back in their back of their conscience, what they did to me. Oh, they're not going to forget it, and God ain't going to let them forget it. Because when you do bad and wicked and evil, best believe you ain't going to forget about what you did. God ain't going to let that happen. So, people, be very wary and very careful. If a person show you who they are, believe it. Whether it's a friend, family, and they do something so foul and wicked and evil like that, just leave them alone. Just let it go. Stay clear away from them. Because like I said, jealousy, envy is a disease. And it could be very dangerous. Because let's think about it. They cut up my whole seat, like a long cut, like the whole length of the seat, sliced it, diced it. You know what I mean? Like it was a large pizza with a pizza cutter. Um, so that was the first incident that happened to me. And I got again, y'all. Got again. Uh, but this time was by a coworker. This time was by a coworker. With several coworkers. Um, and this time it was some years later. So I upgraded. Had a nice luxury sports car, and one day the coworkers was like, "Hey, uh, can you take us out for a spin? Take us. Can we ride in your car for lunch? Can we go out to lunch? I ain't never rode in that type of sports car." They was like, "Can you take us?" I was like, "Sure, no problem." We can go to lunch in my car. So we all pile into the car. Um, but it was originally going to be three of us that was going to go to lunch. But it ended up only being two because one person had to end up staying over and they couldn't take off lunch right when we were taking off. So it ended up being two of us. So one person sat in the front and then one person sat in the back. Now, mind you, once again, no one has ever been in my back seat of this vehicle. Because it was only one other person that I had ride in my car, and they were always in the front seat with me. So nobody actually really rode in that car with me at that time. So we go to lunch and everything, and the one person that was sitting in the back was like, "Oh, my stomach is not feeling very well. Can you just get? Can you guys just get my stuff for me? Here's the money." So the one person asked to stay in the car while we go in and order the food. So we go order the food, and we also had got food for the other coworker that had to work over. Um, so we, decided not to eat at the restaurant because we're going to bring back food and we're just going to eat there at work and allow the other coworker to enjoy the food too. It wouldn't be cold. So we get the food, come back out, and I hand the food back to the person that's sitting in the back, and I said, "Oh, and here's your money, my treat, or whatever." So the person like had this real strange look on their face, like they were just frozen, like frozen, like they saw a ghost, So I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, that's odd. Why they acting like that? Just because I paid for their lunch. And then so we get back to the job or whatever, and have our lunch, go through the day. So I'm getting ready to go home. So once again, I open up my back door and my back seat because I had some stuff to put into the back in the back seat that I didn't want to put in the front seat. So I open the door and I see like some scratches, and mind you, this is like really expensive leather, right? And I see like pieces of the leather like dug out, like as if it was dug with like a key or something like that. So I'm looking, I see scratches, and then also my car had wood grain, like mahogany wood, the real shiny wood, almost like the shiny wood that's in yachts, like that shiny cherry looking wood. And I noticed it was scratches all down it. I'm like, what the heck? So I noticed gouges of leather is gouged out of my seat. Uh, Scratches is all over the mahogany wood. Oh boy. Once again, I couldn't do nothing but shake my head. I couldn't do much shake my head. I said, ain't this about a bitch? So once again, same scenario. This person that damaged my vehicle, I could have completely destroyed them, obliterated them, beat the hell out of them, sent them to the upper room, but they wouldn't have went to the upper room. They would have been going down to the lower room, okay? Because they riddled with jealousy and envy and guilt that they want to do foul stuff like that. I didn't even confront them. Once again, I said, okay, I'm going to let that go. I'm going to let that karma come to them. They're going to get what's coming to them. Here I try to be nice. Allow the person to ride in my vehicle. And they go and do this. So, this is to say to people that are dealing with jealous people, and you find that they're jealous, get the hell away. Okay? Don't deal with them no more. No more. Because I'm telling you, it is a disease. It's a sickness. Because if somebody's going to go out of their way to damage something that belonged to you, you ain't done nothing to them. All you trying to do is be nice, let them ride in your vehicle. And then they so riddled with jealousy and envy that they damage your property. You don't know, when people suffer from jealousy, you don't know what they are capable of or what they'll do next, okay? People that's riddled with jealousy and envy, they can kill you. You know what I'm saying? They can put poison in your food. They can put poison in your drink, anything. You can't trust people like that. They can't be trusted. It's like there's some type of jealousy demon in them that's got make them do the stupidest and craziest, dumbest stuff. And I notice people that are jealous, they're so insecure and they let their own personal insecurities reflect off hate, onto other people because they're so inadequate, feel so inadequate rather, that they want to do something to somebody else. Instead of be like, you know what? I really like what my friend has accomplished and what my friend has. And I'm going to work hard to do that. Instead of that being the first thing in their mind and praying to be blessed, to have the drive to do what it takes to get something that their friend may have or their family member may have. And to just to give them the drive to do it, because you could pray for that, No, they rather damage your stuff. They rather talk about you behind your back and tell and make up stuff, just a whole concocted story, saying that you think you better than them. That's another thing wrong with jealous people too. They so insecure that they delusional in their head and in their mind because what you got or what you accomplished, you think you better than them just because of what you accomplished or what you got. And you don't even say anything about anything. Like their mind is like out of touch with reality. You know what I mean? Like they just want to believe. Like you could say something and they just gonna change it all the way around to suit what they want to believe to make them feel better. That you think you better than them because of what you got, what you accomplished. So once again, stay away from them. Stay away. Run. You ain't gotta hide, but run. Okay? Don't invite them to the party. And definitely don't invite them to your home. because a demon been and jumped up out of them into your house, and you have to, throw holy water, you know what I mean, and bring in somebody and get them demon spirits up out of there. But yes, people, stay away from jealous, toxic, envious people, because they can really bring harm to you. It starts with them damaging your property, things that belong to you, that they think that means so much to you. But that's one thing, for me, I never, even though those things happened to me and those were material things, I didn't even worry about it. I didn't stress, nothing. I didn't lose no sleep. I just felt sorry for them, that they were that jealous and envious that they had to damage my stuff. I just felt sorry for them that their mind was so messed up, that they had to do that to make themselves feel better. And then again, they probably didn't even feel better. They just did it, But I didn't lose no sleep. I didn't worry about it. And as you can see, like I said, it was some years later, that this other incident happened to me. So God kept on blessing me, regardless of somebody trying to damage something and destroy something. God turned around and blessed me with something 10 times better. So we ain't got to worry about those things, because when you do good things come back to you. You ain't got to worry about when somebody does something bad to you, when they damage, because God will turn right back around and bless you with something tenfold better. 10 times better, okay? So never worry about material things that people may damage because they're jealous of you. Just move on from it. Keep your head high. Stay positive. Because that's why you were blessed with it in the first place, Because as you can see, everybody's not blessed, and not everybody is able to speak about what God has blessed them with. They have nothing good to say. So I hope someone can relate to this video and know that you're not alone, that we have wicked, evil people amongst us that have that jealous spirit and envious spirit in them. And you just have to get away from them. You have to stay away from them, regardless if they're a friend, a family member, because they're not truly a friend for them to do that to you. But and another thing I noticed too that we have to realize, not everybody has morals, values. Not everybody has integrity. Not everybody has a sense of consciousness, Some people's minds are so out there, it ain't nothing that can be done because they're damaged goods. They're a damaged person. But like I said, I hope this helps someone to know what to do if someone's very jealous of you and do something bad. Don't retaliate. Don't do nothing bad. Just keep your head up high. Move on from it, and know God's gonna bless you. Whatever they took from you, damage, whatever, you'll get it back tenfold again. And so it's nothing to be angry about. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. And I will be talking to you guys later. Bye-bye.